everybody, Diamonds by Teeda here. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. And welcome to Mornings with Teeda. It's a little bit later start than I wanted. It's about 5 a.m. And I actually had to wait for my phone to charge enough to do this video. I forgot to charge it last night. So I think I have only about like 30% charge on the phone. So definitely this is only going to have to be around a half hour, give or take today. So I have my coffee, and yes, it's decaf for the old ticker because the old ticker just doesn't like caffeine anymore. And with a little bit of half and half in it, and Gracie's sound asleep in the chair. She's not ready to get up at all. And I am getting ready for all my morning stuff. I've got a load of laundry in the washer. It's almost done. I'm gonna get it put in the dryer when I get done with this video. And yeah, so grab something to work on if you want to diamond paint with me. And I'm still working on the beautiful Peacock that Miss Southern Belle gave me. To be totally honest, I haven't done anything on it since last time we did a video. Things have been just so busy. So it's time to get back at it and work on it once again. I'm going to be doing this pretty pink color, and I am using my diamond painting pen that my son got me, which I love. I think he got it off of Amazon. So I'm going to use that, and yeah, we're going to go ahead and dive right in. I'll bring it in a little bit closer because we are working on these G's. All right, so here we go. Today is Friday, September. Oh goodness, what am I saying? August the 5th. And it's going to be another hot day. I think Alexa had told me that it's going to be about 95. Currently, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's in the 70s right now. It didn't cool down much at all last night. I had the air on most of the night. I was kind of hot. Even Gracie was kind of hot. So, but fall is beginning to get into the air. I see that, I think I mentioned it before, the red maple trees. I see a couple leaves are turning red, just a couple. It always starts in September, and they're always the first trees to lose their leaves. And they're always so pretty when they all turn. It's such a pretty color. And I've got to get down to one of our local parks because they have a pond, and around the pond is all these different trees. Oh my gosh, they are so beautiful. And when they turn, when the leaves turn, they are all different colors. I mean, you have all the reds and the yellows and the oranges and the golden colors, and it's stunning. So I got to get down there and show it to you when all the leaves start to turn. They'll probably be like in October, I would think. So yeah, we'll definitely go and do that. And I'm thinking my random squirrel thought here. My phone holder, I definitely have to get a new phone holder because I'm gonna have to push this up. Yep, it is falling. My phone is starting to fall off the phone holder. So my tripod, I definitely need to get a new tripod. So So I better get on Amazon and see what they have. So I can get a new one, because it has actually fallen off a couple times when I've been filming. And boy, does that scare the bejeepers out of me. It really, really does. Oh my word. Well, let's see. What is going to go on? Well, this weekend, I'm going to take the grandkids to a movie. We are going to go see Freakier Friday. What is it called? I think it's Freakier Friday 2. No, Freakier Friday. That's what it's called. It's the sequel of Freakier Friday. I don't know if you ever saw that, you know, back in the day. It has, this movie is still starring Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan and Mark Harmon. And the grandkids tell me that they hear that it's a good movie, so they want to go see it. I wanted to see the Marvel movie, the Fantastic Four, but they didn't want to see that, and that's okay. I would rather watch what they want to watch. And I love Jamie Lee Curtis. I love the movies she's been in. I loved Spies Like Me. That was with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I think Tom Arnold was in that. That was a really good movie. And then the other one I started thinking about, and this is another old movie. Maybe you've seen it. It was called, oh gosh, what was it called? It was called Trading Spaces. That's it. Had to think about it. The brain had to engage for a minute. Trading Spaces. And that was with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy and Jamie Lee Curtis again. And I can't remember what the older actors' names were. They were called the Dukes. They were the Duke brothers. And basically what it was is Dan Aykroyd played he was kind of a richie stockbroker, kind of upper crust kind of. And Eddie Lee Murphy was like, he was like a criminal, like a hoodlum. And the owner of this investment firm, the Dukes, if I remember this all right, they made a $1 bet. And they bet that, one of them bet that they bet that they could turn Eddie Murphy, who was the criminal, into a very successful executive, and they could turn Dan Aykroyd, who is the successful executive, into a criminal. And that was their bet. And then Jamie Lee Curtis actually played a hooker in the movie, and she became friends, with the two of them. But anyway, it's all about how Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd find out about this scheme and how they plan to foil the plan. Anyway, it's really funny. I really enjoyed it. In fact, I might have to watch that movie again. I wonder where it's streaming. I'll have to find out where it's streaming. But yeah, I always enjoyed those movies. So that's what we're going to be doing. Excuse me, this weekend. So I bought the tickets online because, we have the theater that's got the fancy recliner seats. They're heated and they recline, and they're just really, really nice. But because of how big these seats are, The theaters are really pretty small. So you really almost have to, you know, prepay. You need to order like a few days in advance so you can get, you know, the good seats, or what I think are the good seats anyway. I don't like to sit way up front, you know, and have to like crane my neck back to be able to see. I like to be kind of up higher in the theater. So anyway, when you purchase online, they make you pay this service fee. It was like $5 for extra for 3 tickets, unless I actually go to the theater and purchase. And I don't have time to actually do that, to save the $5. They probably do that on purpose, I bet, because they know people may not be able to do that. And you can't buy like right before the show like you used to, because like I said, you know, the seats are limited and the good seats are usually already taken. Oops. I'm still having a hard time seeing these symbols, even with my light pad. These H's are really hard to see, and these are Z's, and these are really hard to see. Going up into here in the A's, I can definitely see that better. And then when I get back down here into the greens and the blues, I can see that. But these symbols are hard to see. But yeah, that takes care of that. My sister is doing well from her nose surgery. She went and saw the doctor yesterday, and he said she's doing great. And they took out, I guess there was like splints up in her nose, and she said those were very painful, and she couldn't sleep well with them. Yeah, she told me last night she feels much better now that they are out, and she can breathe so much better. So I think she's still happy she had the surgery, even though she had a week that was pretty tough. So that was good. And yeah, not much else really is going on. I'm glad that I'm able to diamond paint this morning with you. I like doing these early morning whip and chats. Yeah, mornings with Teeda at dark:30. I mean, I actually woke up at 4, and I probably would have started filming probably like about 4:30, but like I said, I needed to get my phone charged enough. So hopefully this will go a whole half hour and the phone won't stop. If it does stop, I will just charge it up and I'll come back and we'll finish it up. But yeah. Yeah, I've got some more videos to film for you guys. And I decided I'm definitely going to work really hard on my stash. I'm going to slash my stash. That's the diamond painting, the diamond dots that I'm going to continue to work on. I am working on one now. Oh, that's what I can show you. Oh, we'll do a squirrel thought. Hang on. Let me put this pink back in here and let me grab that painting. Because I'm doing that, the camping one. What's it called? Wilderness something. Let me go get that for a second. Hold on. And I gotta bring you back just a little bit. I don't want to get you seasick here. But I'm gonna have to move you out a little bit. So you can see my messy table. Now you can see the pretty peacock too. Isn't he pretty? It's very pretty. And this is as far as I've gotten. Yeah, it's called Wilderness Retreat. So I'm almost finished with my second square over here. So I've got a little bit more on the fire to do, and then I'm gonna move over onto the second tent over here. I know you can't see it super well because of my release papers on it. I love these release papers too. I'll show you one. These are just 4x4, and both sides work. You know, Diamond Art Club. I like them. I think they run like $12.99. You can get them on Amazon, on eBay, on their website themselves, and then also I think Hobby Lobby used to have them. I don't know if they still do. They might. I can't remember. But personally, I like these because I can still see through them. I don't like it when I can't see my diamond painting. I like to be able to see where I'm at. I got a fuzz on there. So anyway, that's where I'm at with this one. So I did work on that yesterday a little bit. Okay, we're going to work on some Z's that I am having a hard time seeing, but we will definitely work on them. And I think I'm going to single place so that I can make certain that they are in the right spot. There we go. Whoops, I need some more wax. Going through the wax. Anyway, yeah, not much else is going on. I had to get gas yesterday. It was like, what was the price? Was it $4.69 a gallon? It was pretty expensive. Yeah, it was pretty expensive. And I need to go wash my car. It is pretty dirty too. Yeah, I need to vacuum it. Even though, you know, Gracie, I have her sitting on either like a blanket or a towel. I don't have her sit directly on the seat because, I mean, I probably should get a seat cover, to be honest with you, but I've been too cheap to buy one. But God, there's so much dog hair, always. And I need to go vacuum it out. But I've been good at keeping it clean other than just the normal dust and dog hair. It's always a challenge to keep the car clean. Yeah, so anyway, that's kind of all that's going on. I'm really enjoying this painting to do it a lot, with the exception of these symbols that I'm having a hard time seeing. That's a little bit more frustrating, but other than these few that I can't see as well, it's been going good. Now the diamond dots, it's been driving me a little bit crazy too, because, you know, diamond dots, they've got guide circles, and I normally don't have issue with them, but this time it's like They made the guide circles a little bit bigger. So if I don't place the drill absolutely perfect, you know, I can see some of the guide circle underneath the drill. And then it kind of feels like, you know, I haven't placed absolutely perfect. I've got it placed down okay. And then the drill kind of squishes to one side or the other. And I'm always having to readjust them. I don't know if you've had any problems like that, but that one's been a little bit more frustrating. But other than that, oops, I got another fuzz on here. Other than that, I'm enjoying it. It's going actually pretty quickly. Yeah, it's going pretty quickly. And I picked up, changing the subject a little bit, my squirrel brain. I picked up Gracie's medicine, her Interceptor, which is her heart guard, or her heartworm medicine, preventative, heartworm preventative. Because, you know, we have mosquitoes in the area. Don't like mosquitoes. If I get bit, oh my gosh. I get this huge, I mean, it turns into literally like this big around, one bite. It'll turn red, that big. And I end up having to go to the doctor and getting medicine, and oh, it's terrible. Side thought, squirrel thought on mosquitoes. So anyway, I picked up her medicine and she got her dose the other day. And even though they're chewables, she doesn't really particularly like them. But I give them to her in cream cheese, the way my sister told me. Because cream cheese is the only way she can get Peaches to take her medicine too. I think that's been the best info ever. I've told it to so many people. And there's a lot of people that give their dogs their pills and cream cheese now. Yeah, she doesn't even, I mean, she just gobbled it up. Yeah, just gobbled it up. Oh, wow. I've been talking with you guys for 22 minutes and I didn't even move in. I got to move in closer. I'm sorry. I just really, I boo-booed here, didn't I? Move you back in. And I think this painting not being in rows and columns is a little bit more challenging to do. I guess I'm just not used to it as well. But I think it's going to give it a lot more definition and a lot more detail. But I'll have to futz with it and straighten it a little bit too. Anyway. Yeah, not much else is going on. I'm going to go and water the yard. I'm going to water the yard. I'm going to vacuum the living room. Oh my gosh, I meant to do it last night, but I got too lazy. I got talking with a friend on the phone, and we just gabbed a while, and I didn't get any of my chores done. And then I went to bed and watched a little YouTube. Fell asleep watching YouTube. That happens all the time. All the time I fall asleep watching TV. Yeah, this is where it gets a little harder to see these. I think I might have to get my craft glasses on. But I think I can see these good enough. I just have to get them, this little section finished, and I think the worst of it probably is done. I think the rest of it, I mean, I can see, especially when I move up into these A's and the B's, I can see them just fine. Yep, that's pretty darn cool. I like this painting. Okay, what else can I talk about? Yeah, not much. I haven't been really shopping. Like, I haven't been to Walmart. I haven't been, I mean, I might go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's this weekend, maybe. But to be honest, I mean, Hobby Lobby is not, it's really not doing that much for me. I mean, I did get a bunch of their Christmas stuff. I really like their off-canvas stuff. And I'm going to have to start working on some of the Christmas things. And I want to start sooner than later. I think I'll probably start a little bit next month in October. And I've got my Donna Gelslinger Christmas painting that I want to work on too. I got to get my WIPs done. I'm just glad I finally finished Seashells on the Beach. I didn't think I was ever going to have a finish. With me starting all these diamond paintings. So I'm glad that I was able to finish it. I hope I can get this one finished in a reasonable amount of time too. I know I haven't worked on it that much, mostly on camera. But I need to dedicate, you know, a few days working on it. Well, school is back in session, and boy, do I have to be careful driving. Was my camera wiggling? Why is my camera wiggling? I'm sorry if that was doing that. Maybe that's going to be better. I don't know what it was doing. So apologies if I got you seasick. Here in my area, they do a lot of photo radar tickets. I don't know if they do in your area. Like, we actually have traffic signals, the traffic lights, and there's cameras attached to them. So if you run the red light, it snaps your picture and mails you the ticket. And we also have, I call them, I don't know, ticket vans. They're these small little minivans, and they park in areas where there usually is a lot of speeding. And they put a teeny weeny little sign. I mean, it is a small little sign. I don't know how many feet before the van to warn you of it. But right now they are out by the schools, which I think is good because, you know, you need to be going slow in a school zone. But they can be all over town, to be honest with you. They're all over everywhere. And they just sit and they wait. And when you go, it can be as little as 5 miles over the speed limit. And they snap your picture and mail you a ticket. And I noticed they are all out over by the schools lately. So I try to be super careful, you know, and go the 25 miles an hour in the school zone. And so I got to be super, super careful right now. But anyway, I am just about at my 30 minutes, and I'm sure my battery is almost gone. But I will finish up this little section when I'm done. Well, when I end the video, I'll finish it. And then I'm going to move on over this way. Well, I guess I'm probably going to go down in this area. I'll go down in the green. And I also noticed I have this area over here in S's that I need to finish. So I'll finish that, and then I'll start moving over to the left. So hopefully, I don't know, if I work on this one this weekend, I don't know, maybe I can get most of that done. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I'll have to see how much time that I have. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you're going to see any movies, let me know which ones you see. If you see the new Fantastic Four, the Marvel movie, let me know if it's good. Don't give me any spoilers though, because I do want to see that movie. Yeah, let me know how it is. Either that or I'm going to have to wait till it comes to a streaming service. I did break down and get Netflix. And I'm really happy I did. And usually, okay, squirrel thought, so I'm going to go over 30 minutes. Normally, I get ad-free on all my streaming services. Like YouTube is ad-free. My Paramount Plus is ad-free. Because the commercials just drive me crazy. But anyway, I thought, no, I'm just going to try Netflix, see if I like it. I'm just going to do the $7.99 a month with ads. And I have to tell you, I was so pleasantly surprised. They don't have very many ads. When they come, they're not that often. They're not that intrusive. They're not very long. They're short, which I really appreciate. So I don't mind it, actually. I don't mind it at all. And I've been watching all the old shows. I'm watching Home Improvement, with Tim Allen. Oh my goodness, I forgot how much I enjoyed that show. And I hear that he's going to be coming out with another new show. I can't remember what it's called. I'm sorry, my brain isn't working this morning. If you know, let me know. And next time I'll try to bring you that information. But yeah, I'm watching some of the older stuff and the Great British Bake Off. And yeah, those are the only two shows right now that I've been watching on it. And I ended up also getting Hulu and Disney. I've got that for a month because there was some Disney films that I wanted to see. But other than that, that is kind of about it. So I hope you guys have a great day, or evening or morning or whatever time zone you guys happen to be in. And I'm going to get back to all my chores. Squirrel thought, that reminded me of thinking of All My Children. Did you guys watch the soap opera All My Children back in the day? Oh my gosh, with Erica Kane and I can't even think of all the other characters. But I remember going home at lunchtime and I had to watch that show because that was before VCRs and you couldn't tape it. And so I would go home at lunch every day and I would watch it. And oh my gosh, I watched that for years and years and years. Anyway, my strange little squirrel thought. Again, hope you guys like this. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Drop me a comment, all those YouTube-y things. And remember, you're perfect exactly as you are. You don't have to be perfect to be amazing. And do one thing today that your future self is going to thank you for. And with that, I'll say goodbye, and I'll catch you on the next one. And my phone didn't die. The battery lasted. So I'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.